I'm not even making this up. Her name's Fanny. And she does stuff with her. Come on. You gotta admit, that was a good segue. Come on, give me some credit. Oh my god. So I'm finally checking out Silver Blood. Whatever you want to call it, man. Silver and Blood. I'm too distracted by the nudity, I'm not gonna lie. And honestly, I was a bit on the negative side of the fence for this game. I really was, just purely because I'm not too big on the whole gothic vampire, Twilight stuff. But after doing some rerolls on this game and actually having a look into it, and I don't mind it. It's actually quite an interesting game, Look, we'll talk a little bit first about Fanny and obviously her system that's been introduced. You've got the boudoir system. Basically, it's an interactive L2D event. Look, from everything that's been previewed and I've seen, it looks very bare bones, very basic, click a few things and you get a few basic interactions. I think it's like a marriage system as well. So the marriage system is you leave a bite mark on them. That's, I guess, ties into the whole gothic, vampire thing of the game, which, look, completely understand. That's the genre, so, you got to keep it genre friendly. Completely understand that, who needs an oath ring anyways when you can just bite your loved one in the neck? I totally get it, you know what? Fair play, Silver and Blood. You did something different, fair play, right? And it's quite lewd. And I think that's what Silver and Blood's going to have to do to maintain their player base and also attract new players, because look, at the end of the day, anime gachas, it's all about the gooning. People don't want to admit it, but it is, that's why my videos, my most successful videos that get over 200,000 views plus, it's all gooning over waifus, Get a great gacha with a great story, great gameplay, great music, and a hell of a gooning system, you're onto a winner. And Silver and Blood's really starting to, I think, realize that, and they're really starting to step it up in a good way, because my first impressions of this game, honestly, like I said, just from seeing the previews and that, I was on the fence of the negative side, but after actually playing it and checking it out, I'm actually a lot more positive about this game. It's actually not too bad. But the gacha system, oh my god, take everything you hate about Nikkei's banner system, gacha system, whatever you want to call it, multiply it by 10. Oh my god, Silver and Blood, sort it out. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Like, I saw a post on Reddit, someone lost like 3 50-50s in a row, bro. Because there's no hard pity for it, right? You could potentially non-stop do pulls and lose your 50-50s. There's no like, oh, you lose your first 50-50 and then poof, next one's guaranteed. That doesn't exist in this game. That's something else. But it is a bit more forgiving, as it's, it's not the usual 80 pulls, it's a couple of 10 pulls less than that. So I guess that's something good as well, Plus, obviously, you got, like I said at the start, you got rerolls, right? I've been rerolling on this game, trying to get my waifu. It's hard. I keep getting a stupid husbando, So if you come to this game expecting nothing but waifus, also be prepared for that, because there is a lot of husbandos. I don't mind a husbando here and there, but I was gonna say I don't want them jammed down my throat, but the amount of puns, no puns intended, right? I don't want a husbando down my throat, alright? We don't swing like that on this channel, damn it. We don't swing like that, alright? We don't. But, yeah. New boudoir event. Very interesting. Look, I'm actually going to stick with this game for a little bit, try it out and explore it a little bit more. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because it's such a niche genre of a gacha game. We're so used to like lovely, shiny, rainbow color palettes, and a whole anime waifu universe, and this is just the complete opposite. It's gothic horror, vampires. Very interesting, and like I said, I'm not a fan of that stuff, never have been, but I don't know, something about this game just draws me in. I guess it's the trance of, you know, the vampire. Ooh, I want to fuck your blood. The things I say, you know, to keep viewers engaged. But look, if you actually made it this far, honestly, it's worth the install at the least, right? Definitely worth checking out. Opera music as well. Like, bro, I'm such a sucker for good music in my gacha games. You know, like a hot waifu is one thing, but a really good BGM, oh, damn. And this has some really good music, you know. It's got that nice, you know, goth opera, or even just plain opera. Like, there's a lot of beautiful renditions of audio in this game. Really good. Really, really good. I'm happy so far with Silver and Blood. The boudoir event, I hope it gets more lewd. I think they need to push the age rating a little bit higher to really capitalize on a new audience, you know, because this game has kind of been teetering on the lower end of the gacha revenue spectrum. But with this new boudoir event, more ludity, I think they can definitely capture some more players. Gooners like myself, you know, men of culture. Anyways, we'll leave it at that. It's your boy Gacha Burgers, over and out. Peace.